Could you, can I just shoot a few more questions at you?
Can I what?
A few more things. Could you say anything in Blackfoot language? 60
Oh, well, there's lots of words I could say.
Oh. Anything you want to say?
I'll tell you a kind of a funny joke that has happened. Like when you learn every language, any language, if any Indian people hear this, they'll that understand the language, they'll enjoy that. Every language, when you say something, when you try to learn a new language, you always make some stupid mistakes, eh? Well, here I was on the Piegan Reserve. I had written my talk, and they don't write their talk. They can't write their language. Nobody ever writes anything, but I do. I'm a stupid white man, So I wrote my talk, and I had maybe 4 or 5 pages in handwriting. This is what I wanted to say, so I would remember the words, eh? Because it was a public gathering. It was an open-air pilgrimage on the side of a hill with a statue of the Blessed Virgin in the cliff, the rocks and the Mass and everybody and the people all gathered there. And the man who had taught me words to say was standing there with me too, and he was standing next to his wife. And here, but Piegans, anybody that's been in southern Alberta, it's a windy place. The wind just blows. It's windy south, eh? And so I was telling Nicole just now and Marie that I had one episode where I was driving at 70 miles an hour, which would be about 120 kilometers an hour, and the tumbleweeds were passing me. So the wind does blow.
Yeah.
And here I was trying to hang on to my sheets of paper, and all of a sudden at the end of my talk, I got into the last page, the wind took off with my page, and I was kind of embarrassed. So what I wanted to say is, if I said it in Blackfoot, it would be, which if I say it right, it means at the end of our life, we're all going to meet together in heaven. Kinnon is God our Father. Okoa is his house. Us all. Means we will meet together. So if we live right, we will meet together together in God's house. That's the idea.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So, but I was nervous, and I didn't really see those last words on my piece of paper. I was pretty much a slave to my learning. Instead of saying, it's a long syllable, I made it short. Which meant we're all going to get drunk in heaven. So, out of all my talks and all my teachings and all my efforts, that's the one sentence that the people have remembered the most. And some even within the last month or so, I met an old guy who said, I'm anxious to get to heaven. It's going to be fun. So that gives you a little bit of an idea that you can learn, you can have fun, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful language, but you still make mistakes, just like you do in any language. And people like to tease you too. And the people would like to come back with their own answers and tease me and tease everybody.
Keep you in your place.
And people like to laugh. The Indian people, they like to laugh just like everybody else. And there's a lot of humor and a lot of fun in a group. And it's a nice community to be part of.
Could you say a short prayer in the language?
A prayer?
Yeah, I don't know. Our Father, Hail Mary, or anything?
Okay.
Anything,
supposing I said, well, yeah, I could pray for everybody. I would say, Ayo apostitoki, Ayo ninna. Ayo kimmokit, aistipaita piop. Nachabstetoki kiachut spommok. Abstetoki o kitsikimmatsim. Na Nohkoa okusuaeks iksimmatapsia. Nachabstetoki kidayohtoki kiakspomok. God will help you. God hears you when you're suffering. He knows when you're suffering. He hears you when you speak, when you pray, and He will help you. Something like that.